Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm a doctor, and today I'm going to walk you through how to collect your blood sample, demonstrating each step. Please feel free to stop and start this video as we go so you can follow along. Before we start, please read the paper instructions in your kit and follow the preparation steps. Give yourself 30 minutes to prepare, get set up, and collect your sample, especially if this is your first time. And remember, only do your test Monday to Saturday, unless explicitly told otherwise by your test organizer. You need to drink a lot of water the day before you do your test and on the day of your test. So aim for a minimum of 6 to 8 glasses the day before. This will make a big difference in how easy it is to collect your sample. If you haven't followed this step, please don't attempt your test today and prepare to do it tomorrow or another day instead. Preparation is key, so start by washing your hands with some soap and water for 20 seconds. Once you've dried your hands, take your kit and lay out the contents on a flat surface. Your box and contents might look a little different than what I have here, but don't worry, they all have the same purpose. If in doubt, check the paper instructions. Have your instructions ready and put aside anything else your kit arrived with for later, so you just have what's needed to collect your sample. We recommend using a low table to let gravity help your blood flow more easily. Don't forget to stay standing for the whole process if you can. If you live with someone, ask them to help. And please make sure you sit down if you feel faint at any time. You might have a red, yellow, and/or purple tube in your kit. You won't have all 3, but you could have 2 tubes in your kit. You'll need to provide a sample for each tube. Don't worry if you have 2, just focus on collecting 1 tube at a time, and if you have a yellow tube, start with that one first. Twist the cap off the tube and secure it using the hole in the box, if your box has one. You can also stand it up on a flat surface, or if you have a protective plastic case, you can use the hole molded into the case. We're almost ready to collect the sample, but first you need to get your blood pumping. We recommend warming up by doing jumping jacks, skipping on the spot, swinging your arms, or clenching and releasing your hand. Whatever you feel able to do for at least a minute. Please ignore this step if it's not safe for you to do so. Grab a clean tissue, then fill a large jug or bowl, or even just your sink with some warm water. It should be the temperature of bath water. Start by putting your non-dominant hand into the prepared warm water. Your whole hand should be submerged, not just your fingers. Soak your whole hand for at least 2 minutes. You might like to start with a shower and then warm your hand in the bowl after, but it depends on how much time you have. After soaking your hand for 2 minutes, take it out of the water and dry with a clean tissue or towel. Start by cleaning your fingers with the alcohol wipe. We recommend using your ring finger, as your blood flow tends to be the best in this one. Now, take one of the lancets and remove the top like so. Only remove the top of the lancets as you need them, as you can only use them once, and it can be hard to tell what you've already used. Place your hand down, palm facing up on a hard surface, like a tabletop, so that the lancet can work properly. If you're nervous around needles, don't worry, as you won't see any needles before, during, or after using the lancet. Use the lancet on the outer center of your fingertip. This part is less sensitive and it's easier to direct your blood flow. You'll know it's worked when you hear a click. Remember, you can only use each lancet once. Firmly wipe away the first drop of blood with a clean tissue. Massage your hand from the top to just before the piercing in a downward motion. Try not to press too hard or get too close to the piercing itself, as you might damage the sample. Wait 3 to 4 seconds between each massage so that there's enough blood to massage out. Tap the drops of blood against the tube to help guide it into the tube. If your blood flow slows down or stops, you can press and wipe your finger with a clean tissue to help it start flowing again. If it's taking longer than 2 minutes to fill a tube, it's best to try a new finger. Remember, soak your hand before starting again and do some light exercise to warm up. If you have a yellow tube, you should fill this to the 600 marked line. 250 line for the purple tube, and 500 line for the red tube. Once you've filled a tube, place the matching colour cap on top and press until you hear a click. If you have a purple tube, close and mix this tube first. Swirl the tube slowly for 20 seconds, ensuring the blood touches the side of the tube. Your sample will remain liquid in the tube. For the yellow tube, gently turn the tube upside down at least 10 times. The blood in the yellow tube will become thicker and eventually solid, but don't worry, this is normal. For the red tube, simply press the lid on as there's no need to mix or turn this tube. Just make sure the correct coloured caps are on the corresponding tubes. To stop the bleeding, apply firm pressure to the wound on your finger and then clean with a cleansing wipe before applying your plaster. Make sure to clean up any blood spills immediately and disinfect the surrounding area. Great, you're nearly there. Peel the tube label from your return form and apply vertically down the length of the tube. If you have more than one tube, apply one label to each tube. Complete the details on your return form. It's essential that the details are accurate, otherwise the lab might not be able to process your sample. To protect your sample in the post, you'll have either a plastic container or a kPa specimen transport pouch. If you have the 95 kPa specimen transport pouch on the left, find the slot indicated by the Insert Sample Here text and carefully insert the tube into the pouch. Then remove the tape at the top of the pouch and fold it over to seal it properly. If you have two tubes, you'll have a pouch for each tube. If you have the protective plastic case on the right, open the protective plastic case, insert the tubes and close tightly. If you have two tubes, you'll have a protective plastic case which can fit both tubes. Now, place the secured samples and return form back into the box that your kit arrived in and close the box tightly. Then, pop the box into the return envelope and you're ready to send. And that's it. Congratulations, you've just collected your sample and now all that's left to do is post it. We'd recommend posting your sample in a priority post box before the last collection of the day. You can find your nearest priority post box at www.royalmail.com/services near you.